All right, guys, so this is the pet portrait drawing lesson. And so I've got, this is my dog Coco, there she is. And so what I'm gonna look at is I'm looking for the shapes, right? Basic shapes, so because her head is kind of boxy. So I'm gonna do a quick sketch over here, and then I'm gonna use my little bit better paper to kind of do more of a finished piece. So here we go. So I'm looking at angles. I'm just lightly sketching this in. So there's her headpiece. And then it looks like her ears are kind of triangle type shape, so I'm gonna put those in. Again, keeping it pretty simple at this point. And then it looks like her snout area is kind of another little box there. And then her nose, kind of like a round little jelly bean. Little mouth, and then it looks like she's got like these little furry pieces that come down this way. So there's that, and then it looks like her eyes are about here. I'm just gonna keep those round for now. So it's kind of angry in this picture, so maybe I'll just change the angles there. Great. And so I'm not really gonna do a whole lot more details than that, just that. I'm just gonna look for the shapes, and that seems about right. And it looks like this section here is kind of like a rectangle, kind of comes out with a little triangle. So again, I'm just gonna kind of build this out. Here it looks like her leg kind of comes out this way, about there. So I'm looking for basic shapes, looking like rectangles, and then this one comes out this way, over here. It looks like there's a little bit of a triangle thing happening here, so it lines up with that. And having a printed picture really helps because I can kind of feel where those angles are. And then this one comes out about the same length, maybe a little bit longer. That's that. And then it looks like I've got this piece here. See, I'm constantly going back and forth between my actual piece and then the drawing part here. Looks like that kind of lines up here. So I'm just making some of the lines I'm making are, kind of final lines, and some of them are just kind of seeking, searching kind of lines. Now I don't really see her back leg. I mean, I know it's there, right? It's back here, but her tail is kind of coming around. So I'm really gonna get that tail in there and just kind of get that little bushy tail in there. She's kind of curled up. And that's about as far as I wanna go for my first initial kind of piece. So I'm gonna take all of that, it's like a practice kind of thing. I'm gonna take all of that, all those ideas, and then bring it to a more finished piece of paper, a little bit nicer piece of paper. So just like we've done before, is I'm gonna kind of frame out where this is gonna happen. So I'm making myself a little frame, so that if I'm not sure how I'm gonna color this yet, but that's gonna be my frame. So if I do a painting, I will stop. If it's a watercolor or a colored pencil type thing, so I'm gonna stop. So I'm getting myself a little frame in there. So now I'm gonna start kind of drawing it again, but obviously this time I wanna make sure I'm filling the whole space. So, her head's gonna be kind of towards the top here. So again, I'm looking at, if I make this the top of my frame, I kind of frame it this way, bring it this way, then I see this negative space, and that's gonna help me draw this too. So there is that space there. So I'm gonna kind of, get rough in here. And then we get the body coming over here, tail. There we go. Getting my basic structure in there. And then a lot of this might get adjusted, but you can see I'm actually not even erasing anything just yet. But that still seems about the right pose because her tail kind of wraps around. So now that I've got that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start to kind of, bring it up a little bit closer to, looking like my puppy. So I've got that little split there. There's that little nose. Eyes are kind of here. It looks like she's got like those kind of eyebrows. She's kind of like, Daddy, why are you taking my picture? So I get that, and then I've got. I'm gonna round them out a little bit more because the first time I did like just triangles, this time I'm gonna kind of round them out a little bit. So yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing that you want to practice, to kind of get them together. I've got my pause here. I'm looking, if my ear stops here, then how much further does that paw go? Seems long. She's got like little long legs there. That looks pretty good. Okay. There's that. Back around. I really wish I could see her back leg because that would just make it look a little bit more normal, but I'm gonna get the tail. And maybe I just kind of hint, because it looks like there's a little bit of shadow in there. So maybe that's where her back leg is kind of hiding behind her tail there. She's got a little bushy tail there. All right. Great. So that's how we would start this. You know, you can do this with lots of different animals. I just chose to use my puppy, and you can see that having the reference really, really, really helped. I'm going to stop the video here, and then I'll probably end up finishing this. But my point is not for you to copy my exact drawing, but to use the method that I did to do the assignment. So good luck with it, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.